and welcome. I'm going to be playing Eiyuden Chronicle, I think it's pronounced. I don't really know. Going to be relaxing after work and playing a video game without my mind being active about any of the BS rubbish that I don't want to think about for the next 2 millennia. So with that being said, I guess let's get started. Playing from the beginning, autosave data will be created. Sure. Been walking for a while now. CJ, a young girl descended from generations of scavengers, she has come to New Nevea to complete her family's rite of passage. Rune Barrows discovered. Wealth beyond your wildest dreams awaits you in Nivara. All adventurers welcome. Based on what I heard at the inn yesterday, it shouldn't be too far now. Unless I'm lost. God, stop! Oh. You help me out, will you? What have we got here? Thieves? Bandits, they're all over the place lately. You look like you can handle yourself in a fight, though. What's that supposed to mean, a regular everyday trader? You often go around judging folk on how they look. Oh, sorry. Going after helpless traders now, are we? Clear out, little girl. Ugh. And you don't even have the decency to deny it. Can't just watch a man's property get stolen, can I? Goes against my principles. Well, come on, cowards. I'll take you for all you're worth. Defeat the bandits. Combat basics. So I've heard this game is related to Suikoden, which was one of my favorites. How? I don't know. Ooh. Going pretty bad here. Uh, Retreat. Not bad at all. Better than I expected from a youngin'. Hogan's the name. You really saved my skin. I owe you one. Hogan. Never missed a trend. Hogan was quick to notice the sudden influx of adventurers to New Nevea, and even quicker to set up shop at the town's authorized trading posts. CJ, honorable scavenger at your service. Honorable scavenger? How's that work? Well, scavenging is just treasure hunting, isn't it? The only official difference between that and thieving is whether your mark is living or dead. Thieves think too highly of themselves, though. That's what my clan says anyway. The scavenger suits you better, huh? You're journeying to New Nevea for treasure, then, I take it. Sure am. What about you? Just left, picked up some trinkets, and came out here to sell them off. What about lenses? Do you have lenses? You have plenty of them, too. I even have some lucky soul finding ruined lenses down in Barrows. Yes, I gotta get down there now. That humongous lens is as good as mine. Which way to the town? Now, what kind of gentleman would I be if I didn't take you there myself? Least I can do, after all. You back again, Hogan. Wait, where's your escorts? Bolted at the first sign of bandits. Paid them good money, too. Bandits again? Tougher bunch than last time. Someone ought to do something soon. Look, we're just here to guard the checkpoint. If you got a complaint, take it up with the acting mayor. Yeah. And who's this little lady? Her name's CJ. She's a, what was it, honorable scavenger here to accept the acting mayor's generous invitation? And she's more reliable than you layabouts for sure. Another reckless adventurer willing to risk their lives, and a child at that. I'll take that as a compliment, thank you. Not a single member of my clan who's got their head screwed on. Reckless fools, every one of them. Fair enough. Acting Mayor will certainly be glad to hear that. Proceed. Back so soon? I'm quite sure I watched you leave just a little while ago. You won't believe what happened, Squash. There's so much text. My word, you at least... Well, my word, at least you are unscathed. Thanks to this young lady, no less. CJ, was it? Squash authorized appraiser. Pleasure to meet you. Authorized appraiser? Indeed, my duty is to appraise artifacts excavated from the excavated from the barrows. What for? Why, to determine their value, of course. All artifacts in the barrows are subject to an explorer tax of 30%. 30%? You haven't heard the worst of it yet. If you want in the rune barrows, you're gonna need an explorer's license from the acting mayor. And that license don't come cheap, essentially. I'm afraid so. Depression. This mayor sounds something, if you ask me. Well, what's to stop me from sneaking out the other side of the ruins anyway? Oh, I wouldn't recommend that. You get caught trying to hightail it out of here, the full bag of loot, well, you won't get very far. Mayor's hired an unsavory from the East Reach, put a stop to any thieving that might occur, so I've heard at least. I've seen many a crook dealt with in my day, but that mercenary is unnerving. I'm quite sure his presence is the only thing keeping those bandits from darkening our door. Sure. How about we go see the mayor for ourselves, huh? Even an old soul can be reasoned with, after all. Sounds like a plan. Lead the way. Right this way. The town's just ahead. Well then, perhaps the next time we meet, you'll have handfuls of treasure for me to appraise. Until then, farewell. Oof. Here it is, a flourishing new frontier in the grip of a gold rush. Welcome to New Nevea. Not much to look at, is it? Well, I did say flourishing, didn't I? Work in progress, huh? This is a earthquake. Yeah, I can't stand earthquakes. You're fine. Wasn't even that big. Right. Anyway, earthquakes are pretty common here. Best be on your toes. Of course, it's thanks to the earthquakes that we found them burrows. Real big one about 3 months ago. So that's what happens. Well, I'd best be getting back. Gotta run a store after all, or I will eventually. Figured I'd make a buck or two setting up a trading post for venturers to trade their wares. Mosey on by once I've opened up. Wait, where can I find the mayor you were talking about? Town office in the plaza is where I suppose. Where else? Thanks, Hogan. Stay out of trouble now. Fingers crossed, Missy. Fingers crossed. Bye-bye. Now then, it's time to track down this money-grabbing mayor. This bustling plaza is the beating heart of Nevaeh, townsfolk's day and night. The town office sits at the center where the bulletin board can also be found whenever CJ feels like helping residents. The outskirts. I know it just got started, but I'm gonna take a second just to turn off my heat because I am starting to die. I know that's something that a lot of people might be rather upset for, but gotta turn my heat off. Okay. Darika. Excuse me, any idea where a girl might find the acting mayor I've heard so much about? How rude. I'll lighten up. Just wait. It's not you, is it? I'm Isha, the acting mayor of this town. Yes, I should very much like to know who considers me. Having taken over as an acting mayor after her father went missing, Isha is responsible for the decision to open the quarry to adventurers, and for taxing them for the privilege. Um, Hogan and Squash. Then again, perhaps their taxes are due for an increase. Sorry, guys. Be much, huh? When I've heard about the mayor, I was expecting some old fogey, not a charming young woman such as yourself. How old are you, anyway? 16, what of it? Same as me. I'm CJ. Nice to meet you. An adventurer, I presume. Never judge a book by its cover. Never judge a book by its boots, as they say. We welcome all sorts here. CJ, initials. Prefer to keep your real name secret, is that it? Enough about me. License. That's right, I came here to get an explorer's license. An explorer's license costs 1,000 bakwa, not a penny less. 100,000 bakwa? Are you mad, woman? Do I look like I've got that on me? I'm 16. Give me the children's speed like the high horse carriages in the city. Do you think me as dull-witted as that? Even your horse carriages consider anyone older than 12 capable of paying full price. You know, your horse carriages, I'll give you that. But not. We offer assistance to the financially enfeebled. Take this stamp card and collect enough stamps, and I'll issue you an explorer's license. Stamp card? The residents of New Nevaeh post odd jobs on the bulletin board frequently. Complete a task, and that resident will stamp your card for you. So I have to help out around the town, is that it? In a nutshell, yes. How many were troubled considerably by the earthquake 3 months back? Help is in great demand and short supply. Piece of cake. Don't go anywhere because I'll be back for my license before you know it. Collecting stamps, helping the townsfolk with whatever they need. Nothing to see here. Don't suppose you know anyone who needs any help around here? I sure do. Really, who? Me? Oh no. Look, I'd love to help, but if it's not going to get my card stamped, I'll have to decline. Stamp? Like the one Mayor Isha gives? I've got one, look. Whoa, even kids have them? With this stamp, adventurers will perform any and all tasks you require. So use and abuse them. That's what the mayor might have been right on the money after all. Are you an adventurer too? Yep, call me CJ. What's your name? P- Priya. Priya. So, will you help me, CJ? I certainly will. What can I do for you today, Priya? Find Yum Yum. Yum Yum ran away from home and hasn't come back. Can't be having that now, can we? Is Yum Yum your little sister, brother? My cat. She's white and fluffy and cute and cuddly. You want me to track down a cat? So much for treasure hunting, I suppose. She's got startled by the earthquake and jumped out the window. She's a little, she's still little, so it's dangerous for her to go out by herself. If she wanders outside the wall, she could be eaten by a monster. Oh, please find her for me, CJ. Yum Yum is my most treasured friend. Treasured, you say? Well, if there's one thing I'm good at, it's finding treasure. I'll have Yum Yum back to you in no time. Oh, thank you. I'll be right here, okay? Okay. So, I guess we gotta gather information. Outlander, save your breath. This used to be a quiet little village till you showed up. Nothing but a nuisance to a lot of you. What is it that Isha Lass is thinking? No respect for tradition. English. No respect for English. Wow. Never seen an adventure like you before. If you find anything good, don't keep it all for yourself. That old bag might not see the benefit in letting you adventures in, but I do. Mining's all we've got after all, especially now that you've sealed off the barrows. What used to be a mining town without a mine, honestly, Isha might be a bit daft at times. But she's right about this. What do you mean? Greedy certainly, but daft? I didn't mean nothing by it. She's just different from the rest of us. You haven't seen a fluffy white cat being cute and cuddly around here, have you? I have. Hero's cat, right? Yum yum. Really? Where'd it go? I pulled its tail and it ran off into the woods. Why would you pull a cat's tail? Why not? Nothing to do with an outlander like you, anyway. Charming. She's only small, so she'll be gobbled up by monsters for sure. There are monsters all over the place since the mining started. There'll be no cats getting gobbled on my watch. I promise Pyrrha I'd return her treasure. And that's what I'm going to do. I appreciate the info, kid. Could have done without the attitude, though. Variety dungeons around the town, each rich with their own resources ready for you to mine. Since the earthquake, monsters have been sighted in greater and greater numbers, so proceed with caution. So, like I was saying, again, this game is supposed to be somehow related to Suikoden. I don't know. The Great Forest, a large, lush forest located just outside the border of New Nevea. While the area is rich with food, wood, and stone, the monsters which have gathered there since the earthquake have made it a dangerous place to be. A cat? No idea, sorry. Safe travel, save. Let's do a save. Okay, so we got our first save file. And I'm going to take a break here for a few moments, and I'll be right back. Okay. So I'm gonna continue here. How this is gonna go, I do not know. Okay, monster, 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 monster. Oosh. It controls pretty well thus far. Gonna run back here. Uh, yeah. Thus far, I don't know how to guard though. Ooh, I probably just overlooked it. It almost certainly told me. I'm just also not used to them controls there yet. Ah, a cat! Small, white, fluffy, cute. Yeah, you must be Yum Yum. Yum Yum. Psst, psst. Who's a good kitty, eh? Nothing to be afraid of. Please don't run away. Gotcha! Gotta catch him. Meow. What's a little angel like you doing in a place like this, huh? Let's get you back to your family, shall we? It's like such a weird way to hold a cat. You're like just holding her up by the paws. I'm back, and look who I found. Meow. Yum yum. Brr. I was so worried about you, dummy. Cut her some slack, yeah? She's had a bit of a scare and ran off into the woods, that's all. A scare? No, I'm sorry, Yum Yum. At least you're not hurt. Don't go wandering off no more, okay? Meow. Thank you so much, CJS. Promise, here's my stamp. Why, thank you. And done. One stamp down. Plenty more to go. Say, Fury. Say, you don't know what happened to you with having a stroke, and it's okay. Say, you don't happen to know anyone else who might need some help, do you? Sure do. Really? Who's next then? My dad. Our house got all messed up. Oh, what am I doing? Our house got all messed up in that big earthquake 3 months ago. Dad's been trying to fix it ever since, but he never has enough wood. Do you think you could help us, CJ? Of course, leave it to me. Gotta fill up this stamp card so I can get my explorer's license. You see? Not worth it. My gosh, this game took a turn. Why did this game take a turn? You're the best, CJ. So where's your dad? We're gonna get your dad some wood. We're gonna get your dad some wood. Okay. I don't know if this is gonna be safe for Twitch at this point. Or YouTube. He lives just over there in the residential district. Got it. Bye for now, Priya. Prius. You're a Honda Accord now. Okay. Oh, dang. There's actually a lot of stamps to get. Leveling up as your party accumulates experience, their levels and stats will increase. Experience is gained by completing quests and defeating enemies inside dungeons. Quest clear. CJ gained experience. He's about to gain. Never mind. Nothing to see here, Officer Barbrady. Yeah, text. I feel you, text. Oof. Danica. Excuse me, don't suppose you're Kira's dad, are you? I am, and who may you be? Another adventurer looking for treasure? Yep, I'm CJ, nice to meet you. I'm Ganesh. How exactly do you know my Pira, then? We just met in the plaza. I helped her track down Yum Yum. Is that so? Very kind of you. So what brings you here to me? Pira said you've been having trouble rebuilding your home. After that big quake, thought I'd come by and lend a hand. I see. Suppose you're collecting stamps then, huh? Yep, I've got one for now. So there's anything you need help with, I'm your girl. I have a small job you can take care of. What you do? Why not? Acton Mayer's got the right idea as far as you adventurers go. If you're willing to do some work, who am I to turn you away? Right, huh? So what's the job? I needed to gather some wood for repairs to my house. You'll have to venture out to the great forest outside of town. That's all, no problem. I'd go myself, but since the excavation, I've heard all sorts of creatures have been seen in the woods. Everyone is far too scared to venture down and see for themselves. I had no idea the rune burrows had caused so much trouble. Oh, you'll be needing an axe then, unless you're planning to take trees into unless you plan on taking the trees into coming down. Or wait, my brain. Unless you plan on talking the trees into coming down, here, take this old one. Why am I so stupid? Thanks. I'll be back in a bit. Take care. Level 1 axe received. It's gonna break in like one use, like in Animal Crossing. Healing potion, level 1 received. Gotta be like a. Still not used to controls. It's gonna take a while. I really like the look of the game though. It reminds me of not Bravely Default. What's the other one? Uh, the other one being forget. It was another Square Enix game. It's not quite the same, but it's close to being the same. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, do enemies not respawn? Or are they just not responding yet because I'm not in deep enough? Yeah. Jump attack. Flying enemies will be found inside the dungeons. Jump attack is the best way to handle airborne enemies. Oof. Oh, did I just get some wood? Okay. I need 3 wood. I'm gonna keep going just because I can. Oh. Actually, I'm gonna go back because I can't. Yeah. I hate when video games put like artificial limits. Sometimes it does make sense, but like, yeah. It's usually more of a tool for backtracking than anything else. Kill. I got wood. Gotta save real quick. Got 1 stamp. Now it's gonna be 2. Don't care about the managed adventure rule. Oh, I can't dash. Kind of sucks that they take it away in town. I guess it makes sense. No, it doesn't. I'm not gonna lie with the game. Oof. There we go. I'm back. Got what you needed, I reckon. Wonderful. Finally, I can finish fixing my house. You have my thanks. This house has been in the family for generations. It's my most treasured possession. Don't know what I'd do if I were to lose it. My ancestors are probably rolling in their graves. You really helped me out. Here, let me stamp that card for you. One. Thanks, CJ. You're very welcome, Pura. Yum Yum is behaving herself, I trust. Meow. You're a good un, you are. If all adventurers were like you, even my old man might come around. Have you gotten anywhere to stay while you're here? Nah, not yet. I guess I should just look for the inn. You won't find anything like an inn around here, I'm afraid. What? But then, where do the adventurers stay? The pitch tense. Down by Outlander Lane. Outlandish. Tense. Of course, I doubt there'd be any space for another one down there now. Adventurers have been pouring in the past few months, all looking to strike it rich. Sleeping on the streets. Didn't expect that. If it's all the same to you, we've a little house you could borrow. I mean, like, dude, get it for the stamps. The last tenant just left. Nothing fancy, but it beats sleeping rough, I'd wager. I mean, sleeping in a sleeping bag in the middle of the woods, not too bad. Well, I don't really have any money. You, you saw it, that Pyra and me have roofs over our heads. Least I can do is offer the same in kind. No money, no need for money. Really? Here, take the key. It's just down that hill. Have a look when you have the time. Thank you. Oof. Stand perceived. 50 experience obtained. Static. Look. Getting big. How's the lodgings then? Think they'll do? Of course. But is it really okay for me to stay here for free? I said as much, didn't I? A man's only as good as his word. If you don't mind, though, I'd appreciate if you could help my father like you helped us. Your father? So Pura's grandfather? I'm happy to help, but with what? Repairing the clock tower. Question mark? Clock tower? There's an indie game here? Wait, what? Clock tower an indie game? You might have noticed a fallen pillar of rubble in the plaza. That used to be our town symbolic clock tower. I've tried telling my father that we just don't have the materials to fix it, but do you think he'd listen? No, there's a maniac with scissors in that clock tower. We need to repair it. Say no more. You need help? I need stamps. That's all there is to it. Thanks. Also, a word to the wise. My father can be blunt, to put it lightly. I don't doubt he'll put his foot in his mouth at some stage, but I'd appreciate it if you just ignore him. No worries, I'm used to dealing with old folk. Thank you. His name is Shiva, god of destruction. If you head to the plaza, he'll destroy you now. You'll probably find him. CJ's home away from home, and her base for adventuring. Resting here for the night will recover all your strength. You can save your progress at CJ's base or any signpost. If you are defeated in battle, you will resume the game from your last save. Autosave data will be automatically updated. Quest clear! Like, can I explore my apartment? My new apartment? I'm gonna save here for a second and go do a couple of things. It'll take a few moments. I'll be back. Okay, let's get started again here. It's gonna be fun. This time we're repairing the clock tower for the local serial killer. Ooh, huh. Not too sure where I'm going. I came deeper in. Head to the Crumble Clock Tower. Okay, so I guess we're heading to the clock tower. Okay, that's not the way to the clock tower. Oh, that makes sense. I forgot that was. Excuse me, are you Piro's grandpa by chance? Mm-hmm. And if I am, what's it to a money hungry outlander? Hmm? I heard you could use a hand restoring this clock tower to its former glory. Me? A hand? No, I would need a set of hands attached to a human who can do work. Oh, I see. You think you can line your pockets by taking advantage of an elderly gentleman. Is that it? Oh, well, you won't pull the wool over my eyes. Away with you! Whoa, whoa, whoa. That's not it at all. Purist Dad asked me to help you out. That useless. Oh, gosh. Been flapping his gums to Outlanders now, has he? Stay out of this, Outlander. No one needs help from the likes of you. But this is important, isn't it? Of course it is. My ancestors built this when we first arrived in old Nevada 150 years ago. A more precious treasure this town has never known. Of course, it's bloody important. Old Nevada? I thought this place was called New Nevada. Old Nevada is the town our ancestors came upon. Abandoned it barely worth being called a town, so the story goes. So they built it new and called it New Nevada. This clock tower is the treasure testament to their vision for New Nevada. Pains me to see it in this state. Can't have that now, can we? Lucky you. I know a thing about taking care of treasures. You can keep your coin, good sir. A stamp will do you just fine. A stamp? Hmm? This thing's Deska's girl sent around? It's risky work. Better, no good venture take it on than any of us. Fine, get to it. You'll need to go to the You'll need to go great tree burrow from the biggest tree in the great forest. Off you go then. How am I supposed to know which is the biggest one? Give me a hint or something. Well, it'll be the furthest one in, won't it? It's huge. Even you couldn't miss it. Huh, furthest in. Okay, I'll be back. Now we get to get back to the Great Forest. Okay, very excited for more gameplay. Ah, forgot to put my potion into my sack. Learn from my mistakes, kids. Stock up before you get out. Clock tower. I just really hope we don't run into a maniac with scissors. Dang, the controls here are just really hard for me for some reason. Ooh. Oh, so like I auto pick up the treasure too. Ooh, that got me good. Your corpse will be my plaything. Um, what am I doing? I played too much Dawn of Mana. I wanted to jump on the mushroom. Be surprised if anybody actually gets that reference. Not like an obscure. What the fuck? Really? Like, I attacked him, and it did jack diddly poo, because signposts. Signposts can be found at key points in the dungeon to give information about where you currently are. As signposts, you can fast travel to any previously visited area within the dungeon. You can also save your game. Okay. Uh, no way to get through there. Oof, that. Some of the controls are very questionable, I feel. Gonna save here. Continue onward. Oh, you SOB. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Take it, Stan. Looking at something? Unit Adventure 2, here for treasure? Sure, why not? What's that then? Look, some important. That's just a rock. It doesn't look like any ordinary rock, though. Kangastan doesn't care about treasure. Wait, you've been seeing a huge tree. Wait, you haven't seen a big, huge tree in your travels, have you? Nah. Guess further in then. Thanks anyway. Hold it, princess. What? Forest is crawling with monsters today. Go any deeper in, you might not come back out. Monsters yelp. Pipped, what kind of scavenger would I be if I let that put me off? My neighbor sucks, I hate them so much, I hope they... I don't have anything nice to say, I'm going to keep it to myself. Huh, that's nuts. Stamps Iron 2. Old Clock Tower. Yep, this must be the one, alright. Which range looks best? What the? It's a boss! Boss battles. The menacing boss lies in wait and deep inside each dungeon. Once they've been discovered, defeating them is the only means of escape. Watch closely and attack when the enemy reveals their weakness point to make major damage. Stronger enemies, such as bosses, are protected by a shield until you've broken through the shield. The enemy will take no damage. Pay close attention to the enemy's shield gauge as well as their health gauge. Snowpack is used to carry items, healing potions, blah blah blah. If you find yourself in trouble, check the snowpack to see what you've got. Oh, that looks bad. Oosh. Oh, shoot. Great Tree Burrow received. An valuable material necessary for the development of rune lenses. Some resources can serve as catalysts to create a variety of runes when combined with this material. Oi. 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 Okay, so we got a good bit of treasure. Yo, I'm back. Let me see. Yes, this'll do. No doubt about it. Great Tree Burrow. You could have warned me, about the big scary monster tree that attacked me as soon as it saw me. Excuse me? The tree fiend would have been nice to know in advance. That's all. I'm lucky it didn't pick branches off of me. Tree fiends? Impossible. The sorceress, I warned them all. You alright, old man? Got a moment? Not interrupting something, are we? Shiva, can you spare a few minutes? The mayor. What was that? Nothing at all. Excuse me? Well, I kissed the sky. Shiva, this is good to chew of Outlander Lane. I believe you've already met, but allow me to formally introduce you all the same. Smell of gold and promise of fortune drew Sagius to New Nevada, where he quickly became the representative of the merchants and adventurers of Outland Lane. I see. And what brings you both here? I've got nothing to say to either of you, Shiva. I know you don't see eye to eye on the burrows. Still, I expect you to abide by my decision. As such, I must ask you and the other objectors to stop causing trouble in Outlander Lane. The Sandcart system is going a long way toward building trust between us and the Outlanders. Trust? You don't even know the meaning of the word. If you an ounce of sense in your head, you chase every last venture out of here before it's too late. Let's all try to stay calm, shall we? What exactly are you talking about? Too late for what? The evil sorcerer's curse. He's in the burrows, I tell you. He who suffered the wrath of the gods themselves, he was sealed away for a reason. Mark my words, break the seal, and it won't just be the fiends you'll be up against. It'll be much worse than that. This sounds like an adventure. You can't put so much stock into those old fables, Shiva. Fables? Huh? So I suppose that expedition that went into the fabled... So I suppose that expedition that went in were fabled to die, were they? You want our children to go through that too? This town is on the verge of collapse. Mining is beneficial for our people, and essential to New Nuvea's continued existence. Exactly. And what of your precious clock tower? Surely you could use some strapping adventures to help you rebuild it. Isn't that right, young lady? Well, that was the plan for sure. Honestly, Siva, you embarrass yourself. I've got countless young folks who tell me every day just how hard they slave away for the good of this town and its residents. How long do you intend to hold out? To think of the effect it will have on your own family's reputation. Fine, please yourselves. Ain't no mind to stubborn old men like me. Wait, my stamp. Oh, give me that card. Chink. Nailed it. Then it turns out this game is just a never-ending stamp collection. Stamp received. 200 experience. Quest cleared. Santa likes chili dogs. The cost of good manners. Speak with Isha in the plaza. How good is the stamp collecting, CJ? Not bad. Actually seems some told the town folks to use and abuse adventurers, so they've kept me busy. And me catching cats, cutting trees, a particular problematic tree in one case, so not bad. Problematic tree? What do you mean? Elaborate. A tree turned into a fiend? I shall have to warn the townsfolk to stay away from the woods. So Hogan wasn't exaggerating about your strength, I see. Well, you're the one out of your home. When you're the one out of your home at age 15, you either get strong or get in the ground. Such spirit. The girl could surely take care of that matter. Don't you think, Isha? I suppose she could. What other matter? Vijay, I would appreciate your assistance in improving relations between adventurers and town folks. But yeah, how so? With Outlander Lane having long since reached capacity, adventurers have begun squatting in the residential districts. Trespassing alone would have been bad enough, but there are reports of fires and other shenanigans, so Pira's grandpa may have good reason to be upset after all. Manners are easily kept with a roof over one's head and food in one's belly. Unfortunately, this town does not yet have the resources to accommodate and feed outlanders. As such, I am sympathetic to their situation more so than most. The two and I have been planning to build an inn and a tavern on Outlander Lane. The locations have already been decided, as have the proprietors. I would ask you to gather materials they need, CJ. An inn and a tavern, huh? And you really think that's all it'll take to make everyone get along? Money for the town, merriment for the Outlanders, not to mention a promise of a bed at the end of a long day in the burrows. More adventures means more artifacts. More artifacts means even more revenue. Everybody wins, townsfolk and Outlander alike. Money makes the world go round, as they say. You're not wrong, I suppose. And it must be a real pain for the acting mayor here, having them trespassers making trouble. Even troublemakers can change. Everyone deserves a chance to shine. People, not artifacts, are our most treasured resource. Trespassers, a treasured resource. Now we've heard it all. You're not one, that's for sure. Is there something on my face? Say no more. I'll see you. You'll have all you need. I'm in your debt, CJ. I suggest you meet with Rajivi, the innkeeper, and Sajarita, the tavern owner, right away. They'll tell you what they need. Ooh. I'm sure you'll find both of them around Outlander Lane as we speak. You can now go from the plaza to Outlander Lane. Shiva, don't destroy me. Okay. Outlander Lane, an isolated street which has located to the recently arrived adventurers. As the face of Outlander Lane and having seen to it opening of a tavern and inn, various stores can often be found here. Excuse me, is this the tavern? How many times do I have to say it? We aren't open yet. Go off. Off you go. You won't stop. You won't get a drop until the place is good and ready. Maybe the pun's all right. If I have to hear people of New Nevea, give up one more time, you never set up. Now, shoo, enough nonsense. I'm not even old enough to drink yet. Huh, a child? Forgive me. The thirst is upon those venturers, so it is. Hungry, are you? I'd love to help. Pet, but the cupboards are bare at the moment. Oh, no thank you. I came here because the acting mayor and Pikachu asked me to help you gather materials. Oh, they did? Say, someone would be coming. Wasn't expecting a skinny little thing, though. No need to worry about me, man. So what do you need? Kitchens don't come cheap, Pet. I'll need lightweight lumber to make one worth cooking in. Leave it to me. Stay safe, Pet. That takes care of the tavern. It just leaves Rajab at the inn. Rajab, he's a bit further down this road, setting up an inn. It's going to be a task and a half, no doubt. Thanks for the directions. I'll go help him out. We didn't even help out the first person yet. I kind of wish I could just like run. Like I can do everything else, and I can do like that jump, but I can't run. Is this the inn? Welcome, welcome. This is the inn, all right, or at least not yet, unfortunately, unless you fancy sleeping under all that rubble. I'm actually not a customer, luckily enough. The mayor and Pikachu, fella, asked me to swing by and see if I could help you gather some materials. My lucky stars! Did you know it's been one adventurer after another poking their heads in, giving me grief since I started up here. Was all set to venture out and get the goods myself, but I can't be in two places at once, can I? Sounds like you're running off your feet. You could say that. If you wouldn't mind, some heavy stone would really get me out of a bind. No worries, I'll be back before you know it. Take care. I'll be right here when you get back. Is there like a new location? I'm gonna keep running this way and see what I uncover. Nothing. Nothing at all. I guess I gotta get back into the woods. Minimap. Okay. Sounds cool, bro. So we're looking for lightweight lumber. Oh, I want you dead! Uh, really? I accidentally flicked the stick the wrong way. That's nuts. Ooh, so I wonder if we can fight the boss again. Yeah, looks like we can. Oosh. Oosh. Really? Ah. Oops. There we go. Guess I can't get that treasure chest quite yet. I'm just trying to run, and it's just aggravating. I can't. Oh my gosh! Here's what you asked for. You're some woman for one woman, pet. Maybe a hot meal and pint will put some manners on that Shavra of Egypt's. Thanks 1,000. Here's a stamp for your card for you. You seem you only seems only right to let you have a say in the menu. What food do you like, pet? Mega katsu curry. The really spicy stuff. Oh yes, that sounds really good. Mega cats and what now? Katsukuri. Get some rice, have it swim in spicy curry sauce, and top that off with a slab of fried pork. Rice, curry, and pork. Not something I could just knock together. We can't have good deeds go unrewarded, can we? Leave it to me, Pat. I'll see what I can do. Yes, can't wait. Stand perceived. Do 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 do. Level up. Sonic likes chili dogs. What? The tavern is preparing to open. Ogre received. I'm back. Should have everything you asked for. Thank my lucky stars. Hopefully now I won't have to turn anyone else away. I won't forget this young lady. Here, have a stamp. Do come and stay when we're all set up. I'll make sure you're looked after. I'm set for a room and board, thanks. Kind of you to offer, though. Is that so? I'm having you haul materials around. No worries, the stamp is all the things I need. Now, you definitely earned more than that. I'll think about how else I can be of service. Feel free to pop by any time, even just to say hello. I might do that, thank you. Stamp received. Okay, level up. And is preparing to open soon. Rest your weary bones in preparation for the next adventure. Rough odds. The large outdoor. Okay. Plaza. I don't see the relation to Suikoden yet. Let's see, how many stamps I got now? 5? Does feel nice to see it filling up. Plus, the townsfolk seem happy to have me around. All right, gonna go get more. What the? What am I on about? I didn't come here to collect stamps. Yeah, that was close. I almost got sidetracked. Wait, how many stamps did I need again? There's a lot of empty spots on this card. I don't have to fill all of them, do I? Well, the good is going to be gone by the time I get this done. Better go ask the acting mayor girl. I helped her out with the inn and the tavern, after all. I did ask. I did what you asked. Help the inn and the tavern get up and running. That's so, thank you. I appreciate it. Got a question for you, if you don't mind. How many stamps do I need to get the explorer's license anyway? Show me your card. Wow, already 5. You know, you're the second person to get this far without giving up. Second, don't tell me everyone else paid 100,000 Pequa. Of course not. Like I said, most just quit. The ones that don't tend to resort to more roguish methods, bribery, for example. You dirty lie. You said I couldn't get a permit for a penny less than 100,000 Pequa. Yes, I did say that. Negotiations have to start somewhere. Hardly going to sell myself short, am I? Besides, you're useful to have around. I certainly can't have you becoming a member of our little community. I knew it. No need for name calling. Let's get your explorer's license, shall we? Really? Of course. I appreciate your hard work. You've earned it. Is this for real? It's not some trick, is it? It's real. Relax. Just to be clear, any bribes I may or may not have taken up till now never were from me, strictly speaking. Every coin went to maintaining his town. God knows we need it. Now then, I must warn you in advance, this town takes no responsibility for any adverse effects you may have while mining. Any and all expenses associated with your survival must be paid from your own pocket. Any artifacts you will find will be assessed, authorized, appraiser, and taxed at 30% of their value. In any event you may be unable to pay in cash, we will collect through the seizure of the assets. Should you find cause to criticize the system, you are welcome to leave. I would suggest, however, taking a good hard look at Outlander Lane before doing so. This is, after all, a very good reason so many Outlanders have chosen to gather here. No objections, I presume. Sign here. Alright, I've seen Outlander Lane, haven't I? You sent me there yourself. I know, I'm just reading what's written in policy. You're not one. You are. They're signs. Pleasure doing business with you, CJ. Alright, time to find some treasure. Ruined burrows can be reached through the quarry, which can be accessed via the town outskirts. A word of warning, the earthquake caused a great deal of damage. I've heard reports of fiends lurking about. Please take care to ensure you are adequately prepared before venturing inside. Fiends in the quarry, might as well give them the keys to the city at this stage. Indeed. The ore in the quarry is Nineveh's only source of revenue. With fiends keeping us from it, we can't even rebuild after the quake. Not to mention McGraw has all but left us for dead. We're on the brink of financial ruin. Sounds like you've been having a rough time. To save the town, I made the decision to lure adventurers like yourself here with the promises of riches, bait if you will. Perhaps, but it is the only way to save our town. Maybe you don't need to use the word bait when talking about this, yeah? I implore you, CJ, for the sake of our town, lend us your strength. You don't have to tell me twice. While I have you, though, I don't really have any cash on me right now, or ever. So, about the mining tax. I don't have to pay it right away, do I? It'd be easier if I could sell some stuff first. Relax. You're not the first adventurer to arrive with empty pockets. I've been looking into establishing a pawn shop. Oh, is that what Squelch means when he said, authorized appraiser? No, Squelch will be selling accessories. He has made his intentions to do so quite clear, so I have entrusted the pawn shop to someone else. Once it is set up, the pawnbroker will see every deduction of tax from each and every sale. Anyone who wants to sell will be taxed for the privilege whether they like it or not. Well, that's a relief, I think. Really? I mean, they're just stealing your money, bro. Just a moment, please. There really is far more to do than we can handle ourselves. Please check with the bulletin board from time to time, CJ. You'll be rewarded for a full stamp card, I can promise you that. Is that right? You've certainly changed your tune. Yeah. All right. Besides, certainly couldn't hurt to do a few more shops around here. Well, if it is as much for your sake as for ours, I trust you will do your best. You can count on that. I'm coming for you, treasure. Facility basics. Town has a number of facilities such as shops where you can bring resources to commission items and equipment. If you meet someone who would like to open a shop, helping them will expand the town's facilities even further. Yeah. Quest clear. So, seems like we got our adventurer's license. Yeah. Side quest involving blah 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 blah. Townsfolk more frequently, blah blah blah. Don't really care. So, we got our adventurer's license. I'm going to take a quick break here, and we'll be back. Okay, so I'm back here, and we're going to continue on from getting our adventurer's license here. So, previously we just got that adventurer's license. She told us about the board. Oh, geez, this is nuts. Okay, so we're going to go a little nuts here. Oh, wait, what? Nah, not what I wanted to do. I wanted to go here, dog. So I'm just looking for some nuts. Because she said a full stamp card was like a reward or whatever. Got a rare stone. No nuts yet. Gotta say, that's pretty nuts. Oh, oh, double I'm, I'm dying. There's still no way to get through that rock. 99% sure I haven't found any nuts yet. So I just gotta keep going to the right. There we go. So now we're going to go back and we're going to return these nuts because I think it's a little nuts to keep them. So he's on the town outskirts. I guess I gotta find him there. Here we go. That's me. My name's Man. And then I've got a job for you if you're looking for one. I'm always looking, provided there's a stamp in it, of course. This is exactly the time of year these nuts are nuts. I'm particularly partial to fall off the wagon for these nuts and the trees in the forests. Sadly, as you can see, I've been assigned to guard duty where I can't leave my posts. You wouldn't go into the woods and get me some of those nuts, would you? Because I'm totally nuts for them. Nuts? Easy. I think it'll be nuts to go get them. Bro, I'll get you nuts. Perfect. These are the exact ones I had in mind. You weren't kidding about them being rare. It wasn't easy to track them down. They were just kind of laying on the ground and I had to pick them up. Don't doubt it. Thank you again, CJ. Don't forget about your stamp now. The stamp received. 500 experience received. Achievement unlocked. Road to recovery. After falling off the nut wagon. Good guess. I'm CJ. Nice to meet you. Right here. Looks in order. Give me a minute to open her up. You'll have to go pretty far in to reach the barrows. The quake really messed it all up. Tunnels are caving in left and right. Watch your step, you hear? You hear? Explorer's license, blah, blah, blah. Once inside, you'll have a pickaxe. Okay. Woo! Ooh. Huh. There's definitely got to be some up there, dog. What? Giant stone structure. Wow. More aftershocks? Ooh, that was close. Blocked, huh? Maybe I could go around. Nope. One way over then. That didn't sound good. It chipped my axe. Not gonna find any treasure like this, for sure. Better head back to town. Gonna force me, or am I gonna have to walk? Yeah, gonna force me. Gonna force me. That was some aftershock. Were you alright? Of course I wasn't alright. Massive boulder fell ahead and blocked the path. I even chipped my blade trying to get over it. Blocked? Can't have that. People need to get in and out for work. I'll go tell the acting mayor. Take care of things here, will you? What a mess. Rough start. If it's a blacksmith you need, there's a good one back on Outlander Lane. A smithy? Really, that's perfect. Of course, he hasn't opened up shop yet. Then why even? Never mind. I've got to get this fixed and fast. Well, I mean, we're pretty rich right now. Outer Lane. Well, if it isn't CJ, how you doing, girl? Alright, Hogan, time to chat. Oh, something up? Chipped my axe in the quarry, so I have to track down a blacksmith. We'll talk about timing. That's supposed to be funny? Whoa, why the attitude? The timing really couldn't be better. You come along with me, you'll see. Are you listening to a word I'm saying? I heard you, but come on, trust me, you'll be glad you did. I'm gonna run up ahead, but don't keep me waiting, you hear? And he's gone. Alright, here I am, as requested. What was all that about then? May I present to you our one and only town blacksmith, Tatara. Is he really the smithy? Sure is. When it's up and running, of course. Hogan tells me that you helped out the town, helped out down at the inn and the tavern. Don't suppose I could trouble you for a little assistance myself. Can't open the shop till the furnace is fired up. No problem. Need someone to fix my gear, as luck would have it. So what is it you need then? Some iron ore, if you don't mind. You'll find it down the quarry along the rubble. Got it. I'll bring it back as much as I can carry. Seems my holster axes aren't strong enough to hoist me over rocks in the quarry. Come to think of it, I have an old pickaxe I used to use. It's seen better days, but it should be enough to chip out a few chunks of ore. Thanks, this is exactly what I needed. I don't know about that. You'll need something better to get the really good stuff. There are a lot of folks looking to set up shop around here. I think I saw one such fellow in the plaza a little while ago. I'd wager someone will be looking to sell pickaxes, help them get on their feet, and I'm sure they'll give you what you need. Got it, thanks for the tip. So my English is starting to die super hard now. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to save, like, and quit kind of proper here. I am enjoying the game, though. It's been pretty good thus far, other than some of my English. But I'll see you next time.